Hey everybody, welcome back to Fierce Encouragement. This is the podcast where we build clarity, confidence, and calm, one honest conversation at a time. And most importantly, we do it with having a fierce encouragement for ourselves and others in our lives. My name is Mark Walker. I am a certified life coach. I'm a meditation teacher, and I'm someone who is learning how to show up with a little less pressure and a little more purpose each day. And today I wanted to talk about a word that might be holding you back more than you realize. That word is responsible. So let's jump right into it. A common objection I hear when someone's thinking about connecting with me, getting some coaching, support, well, it's this. I need to be responsible with my finances, Mark. And hey, I get it. I really do. I think there's some genuineness behind that sentiment and some wisdom. But what if being responsible wasn't about clamping down or saying no to yourself? What if real responsibility means being honest? Not overly critical, but just deeply connected to what matters most. Brené Brown, one of my favorite authors in the personal development and vulnerability realm. She has a great quote, and I wanted to share it here. Clarity is kindness. Unclear is unkind to others and to yourself. So I want to get really clear. If your current habits are draining you or pulling you down, or if your mornings start with chaos and your evenings end in complete exhaustion, maybe it's not responsible to keep doing what you've always done. I wanted to kind of bring in this idea of momentum up and kind of compare it to a musician's journey, if you will. So let's reframe responsibility as momentum. Because here's the honest truth. We don't stay the same when we pause. We drift. We regress. I want you to imagine a jazz musician who stops practicing. Their fingers will forget. Their timing will get off. They won't be able to follow the rhythm. And to a big degree, their soul disconnects from their instrument. Miles Davis shared this quote, "It's not the note you play that's the wrong note. It's the note you play afterward that makes it right." So what's your next note? Maybe it's not perfect, but it does influence or is influenced by what you did previous. But it's your note to play too. It's your instrument to play. Make no mistake, momentum matters. This isn't about impressing others, but it's staying connected to your own music and your own projects and living your best life. In that vein, I wanted to share an instrument, a tool for you to experiment with. I call this the morning and the evening bookends. This helps you tune your instrument daily. So when we talk tools, one of the simplest ways to reclaim our own rhythm in life is what I call the morning and evening or AM and PM bookends. These are 5 to 10 minute windows at the start and the end of your each day. This isn't about hustling or striving or achieving, but it's more for tuning back into yourself, for tuning your own instrument of your mind. So if you're inspired to try this, start here. For your morning bookend, when you wake up, take one deep intentional breath. Flip that switch and come back to that moment. Feel that deep breath. Sit up with dignity and just be present. Second, set one intention for the day. Think about things you want to show up with, kindness and clarity and courage. What's the most important intention you can set for this day? And finally, for your morning bookend or your AM bookend, set one small step towards what matters most that day. So just line up one simple win that you can knock off right away in the morning. Maybe it's that morning walk, or maybe it's that morning connection to someone you love and you want to feel more important in your life. So again, morning bookend, one deep breath, one intention, and one small step towards what matters most. And when we get to the evening, when we're packing up our instrument and putting it away for the night, Take those 5 to 10 minutes, turn off the TV, turn off the screens, and sit and pause and reflect. What went well today? What went well today? And then ask yourself, what felt off today? Second, take a moment or two to release, and that means to let go of the day. Taking 3 deep breaths, just feel yourself calm down, really focusing on that nice, quiet, natural out-breath. Release what happened in the day. And then finally, the third part of the PM bookend, reconnect. Just write down one thing you're grateful for or revisit your deeper, meaningful purpose in life. Maybe it's being present with the family and being more loving. But connect with your deeper purpose and reconnect with gratitude and that deeper meaning. James Clear has a great quote that I wanted to share as well, and this kind of applies to setting up your AM and PM bookend and using that tool to sharpen up your own discipline. We do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Again, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This is one of those small systems. It's a steady system. It's tiny, but these 5 to 20 minutes out of your day are completely game-changing. I hope you practice that AM and PM tool. It's been one of the more powerful things that shifted my life, feeling that energy, feeling more energized in the morning, and of course, feeling more balanced as you go into sleep and kind of letting your subconscious work on some of those deeper problems. This is a quote I come back to often, and it's from Bronnie Ware, and they spent years as a palliative care nurse for the dying. And she said, the number one regret of the dying is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And as I share that, I kind of get the goosebumps. I think this is a really important question, and I invite you to ask this of yourself. If you died today, what creative or meaningful project would you most regret leaving undone? And if I'm honest, for me, it's writing my novel. I don't have it started. I have a bunch of different pieces started. And it's also sitting down and committing to refining that album of original songs I've been working on for years. And you, what's yours? What's your project that you would regret if you passed away today? I think it's so important to let the discomfort of that question open something up in us, not to be afraid of it and not to shame ourselves into action, but to call back to you at your center and ask yourself what you really, really want from this one wild life. This is responsibility. This is honesty with ourselves. And one more tool I wanted to share as we kind of go into the last part of the episode here is the identity shift. If we want to add one more high-quality idea that I work with my clients and that I work with myself on constantly, daily, is this idea that comes from James Clear and Bob Proctor, a couple leading thinkers in personal development and better productivity and better minds. They're a little different in ways, but they both say this. Don't just set goals. Shift your identity. You can change what you do by changing what you believe about who you are. So if we really want to create momentum, if we really want to be response-able, we need to stop saying, I'm trying to be more consistent. And we need to start saying, I'm the kind of person who honors their energy and their purpose every single day. Let's let go of the trying. Let's reframe the trying into, I'm the kind of person who finishes what matters most to me. And when we slip up, which happens, we don't fall into that shame or that downward spiral. We just recommit with our PM practice when we sit on the bed and notice what needs a little work, and we recommit. Bob Proctor said this, and great quote, discipline is giving yourself a command and following it. But I'd even go so far to add is, and make sure that that command is rooted in love and compassion for you. Very, very powerful. Discipline is showing up for ourselves, giving ourselves a command, and make sure that we root it in love and connection with our deeper purpose and with that person who's not going to regret, but's going to live an authentic life. As we kind of go into the last part here, I wanted to share 2 journaling prompts that I've been finding a ton of value out after kind of working through this episode, but also looking at some of the connections I've had the past 2-3 weeks and things that have helped me unpack this objection to coaching, this objection to looking for support. And they're these. So take a moment to write these down or consider them. Number 1, where am I losing momentum right now? Think about that. Where am I losing momentum right now? And what's one small action I can take today to reconnect? The second question to consider, if I died today, what project or creative expression would I regret leaving behind? Spend some time on these. Spend a few minutes, write it down, say it out loud, feel it, and then act. Make that decision to act and really go towards it. Next, I wanted to just finish up on this, why I'm different. Look, the coaching world is really freaking noisy right now. Every week there's someone launching a new program or sharing some new reels on Instagram or on YouTube, and they're promoting some success stories or some testimonials. But here's the real truth. People don't buy coaching, they buy a connection. People want to be seen, they want to be supported, and they want to be guided by someone who gets it. And that's what I offer. A real connection, real trust, a calm space where you don't have to perform or impress. Just be honest. Because when you're supported by someone who listens and believes in you and helps you build momentum, everything can shift for you. So if that sounds like something you want or need, I would love to talk. Apply on my show notes here and book a free session with me. I will give you a free strategy session. We'll build a 3-point customized plan around your biggest challenge and your most important dreams. It's no pressure. It's no pitch. It's just presence and clarity and fierce encouragement. The link is in the show notes, or reach out and DM me. A closing thought here. Mark Twain said, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." So I hope that you start today. One note, one breath, one action. Send in your application, because you know what? You're not broken, and not because you have to or you need to be responsible, but because you're ready to respond to life, to purpose, to what matters most to you. Responsibility isn't a weight. It's a gift. Thank you very much for listening. Keep showing up, keep tuning in, keep playing your music out there. And I appreciate you wherever you're at. Have a good day, have a good evening, and catch you next time on Fierce Encouragement. Take care. Bye-bye.